Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Ears. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. And in this video, I'm be going over all of the new best settings to use in Modern Warfare after the new update, and also I'll be explaining and giving my opinions on why you guys should never run a high sensitivity in this game. Now, all that being said, the like goal on this video is going to be 350 likes. If you guys are enjoying the content and want to see more best settings, best class setups, any tips and tricks, or gameplay breakdowns where I break down and analyze my gameplay, or potentially break down and analyze your gameplay, make sure you guys absolutely smash the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications so you guys are never missing out on a video. Also, feel free to let me know down in the comment section right now, what are your current sensitivity settings that you guys are running in Modern Warfare? I kind of want to see what the norm and the baseline is, because I'm going to be going ahead and explaining and, like I said, giving my opinions on why you guys should never run a high sensitivity in this game, especially if you guys are struggling on staying on target or trying to drastically improve your aim accuracy as well as your gun skill. Now, with all being said, let's jump right into the settings. Now, before I actually go ahead and show you guys all of my settings, I'm going to say that these are going to be working for PS4, Xbox, as well as PC. It does not matter what you guys are actually playing. These settings are going to be working for every single console, PC. So let's jump over to the controller right now. You guys can see here that I'm actually running the tactical button layout. I play with an Xbox Elite controller. The tactical button layout, in my opinion, is the absolute best button layout to use if you guys are playing Modern Warfare. It's going to remap your crouch and your knife button. You're going to be able to crouch and go to a prone position by pressing down on the right thumbstick. This is going to be really helpful when you guys are trying to get in and out of cover and overall drop shot and win more gunfights, staying alive longer. Pretty much the whole premise of playing a first-person shooter. Tactical is going to make everything easier to use. I started playing with the tactical button layout back in Call of Duty World at War years back, and I'm never going to go ahead and switch this up. Even though I've actually switched my controller, I'm still on the tactical button layout. Now, for the stick layout preset, this is still going to be on default. My invert look is going to be on disabled, and I also am running a 0.07 dead zone, excuse me. Now, the dead zone setting is going to be pretty much adjusting the stick drift. I actually have a video on my channel explaining how you guys can actually fine tune your own dead zone setting. I'm going to go ahead and actually link that in the description below, so you guys can go ahead and check that video out after watching this one if you guys are confused on how to figure out how to run the proper dead zone setting. This is going to be pretty much what type of controller you have, and also kind of the wear and tear of the controller. Now, considering the fact that I use my Xbox Elite controller literally every single day, hours every single day, I have a higher than normal dead zone setting. The ideal dead zone setting is probably be around, you know, potentially 0 or maybe less than a 0.03, but since I use the controller a lot, I have a 0.07, so it's going to be compensating for the stick drift, and that's something you guys do not want to have. Now, you guys can see here for my horizontal stick sensitivity and my vertical stick sensitivity, I'm running a 4.4. Yes, I play on a 4.4 sensitivity setting. In my opinion, this is the ideal sensitivity setting to play Modern Warfare. In my opinion, running a high sensitivity is useless. You don't need to run it on Modern Warfare. Now, the reason behind why I'm saying running a low sensitivity is more advantageous and helpful to players who are trying to actually improve your aim and accuracy is going to be a lot easier to stay on target at longer ranges. And you also have to kind of consider the type of game we are playing. This is a first-person shooter game that is boots on the ground, that is based upon realistic combat. Now, since it's not a jetpack Call of Duty, it's a boots on the ground game, how many times are you really going to be turning on players? How many times do you have to actually completely readjust your field of view and look at a completely different area of the map in a snap? Not often. All the gunfights are going to be pretty much be directly in front of you, slightly to your left, slightly to your right. If you're getting shot from behind in this game, since the time to kill is so fast, you don't really have that much time to react unless the player is horrible or you get incredibly lucky. So realistically, having a high sensitivity is pointless because it's not what this game is actually set up to be, and that's exactly why I run on a low sensitivity. Now, I've pretty much bumped my sensitivity down because I actually used to play on a higher sensitivity, a higher 7 and an 8 back in Infinite Warfare when it was a jetpack COD. But as soon as we went back to boots on the ground back in Call of Duty World War II, I bumped it all the way down to a 4, and I've been running a 4 ever since because it's realistically the best sensitivity, in my opinion, for boots on the ground games where your engagements are realistically going to be directly in front of you. There's no really point on having to turn on players, and honestly, you can turn on players on a 4 sensitivity. I do it all the time. I showcase it in 99% of my gameplays, so that's exactly why I like to run it. Now, for my ADS sensitivity, my low zoom and my high zoom, these are going to be on 0.75 for both. Now, the reason I run a 0.75 for these sensitivity settings is because I want to have as little play in my joystick as possible when I'm trying to take enemies out at longer ranges. Accuracy and precision is key in Modern Warfare, and especially in any game that has a high time to kill. I want to be able to hit as many shots on target as quickly as possible so I can get a faster kill time, maybe land a headshot or a chest up shot to, like I said, get a faster kill time. If you guys are missing shots and you guys are struggling on winning gunfights, you know, your aim and accuracy just aren't on point, but you're running a high sensitivity, bump that down. What's the point of looking cool having a high sensitivity swiping all over the place if you can't hit anything? There's really no point, and it's not practical. Now, you guys can see here my aim response curve is on standard, my controller vibration is on disable, my aim assist, believe it or not, is on standard, and I have everything else pretty much standard across the board that you're going to be seeing when playing on console. The only thing that is different when going ahead and playing this game is I actually have, as you guys can see here, this is going to be a setting that console players do not have. My scale aim assist is on enable. This is going to be really helpful when you guys are actually adjusting your field of view, but I will go ahead and explain that further in detail when we get back to that setting, because that's going to be a PC setting. But these are all going to be the controller settings that I use in Modern Warfare. I recommend you guys going ahead and checking these out, especially the dead zone, the horizontal, vertical, as well as the ADS low and high zoom settings if you guys are struggling to maintain your aim and accuracy. And you guys can see here, I'm running a standard aim assist response curve and a standard aim assist type. So these are working on the baseline settings, so you guys can go ahead and mimic this for your settings. Now, we're actually going to jump back over to the general settings. You guys can see again, I'm on controller on PC and I'm playing on a 120 field of view. Now, the reason why I play on 120 field of view is to be for 2 reasons. One's practical and one really realistically isn't practical, but I'm gonna go ahead and explain right now. I like having 120 field of view because I can see more of my screen. Since I'm playing on PC, I have the ability to do this. I really wish console players had this ability, because you're gonna be able to see enemies that you most likely would not be able to see when playing on console. I have a larger field of view, meaning I can see more enemies on my screen than I would be able to on console. So if somebody's like further off in the distance, maybe to the left or the right, I can actually pick them up and see them on PC a lot easier. Now, the second reason I like to run a 120 FOV is it just downright looks cool. Now, realistically, I should bump this down to about a 110 to a 100 because you actually lose aim assist when the sensitivity, or the field of view, excuse me, is this high. But it's just one of those things where it looks cool. I have more fun playing the game, so that's exactly why I'm going to be running this sensitivity, or this field of view. I keep saying sensitivity because I kind of interchange those two. It's just like how some people like to play in a high sensitivity. I understand that having a high sensitivity looks cool and feels good playing, but you have to be practical on what's actually going to help you out when trying to improve your aim and accuracy. Now, considering the fact that I think personally I have decent aim and accuracy, I can compensate a little bit. I can compensate and give a little leeway having a 120 field of view, but realistically, you're going to be losing a little bit of aim assist if it's over 120. About 100 is where you want it, but like I said, I just liked having a 120 field of view. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comment section. I know it's kind of, you know, contradicting the sensitivity, the field of view, but sometimes you have to have some settings that, you know, add an enjoyment factor in the game. Because at the end of the day, it's a video game. It's for enjoyment. There's nothing really wrong with that. Now, pretty much everything else is going to be on standard, 50% brightness. Everything else is going to be everything the same from out the box factory settings. But then you're going to see here my colorblind type is going to be on Protonopia, and I'm also running the colorblind target as both. Now the reason I run a Protonopia and a both colorblind type and target is because I'm actually partially colorblind. Now it's very hard for me to determine the difference between red, greens, oranges, and browns, and this is going to make it so I can see the mini map a lot easier and kind of determine where people are coming from, you know, see where people are shooting on the red dots. It just makes everything a little bit easier. It changes the teammate colors. It just makes the game a lot more enjoyable to play because I can see things easier. This is some things, you know, that people have been asking me in the comment section of videos as well as live streams is, why does your game look the way it does? Why is your colors a little bit different than mine? This is why I'm running Protonopia on both. So if you guys are actually running into similar problems, you know, having trouble reading your mini map, maybe go ahead and change it to Protonopia on both. It could help you guys out. Now you guys can also see here I'm running a square mini map shape as well as the rotation as enabled. I like to run the square mini map because you can actually see more of your mini map, so you can kind of read the map a little bit easier, predict spawns, and see, you know, where people are shooting at when you have a UAV up a lot easier. I love this, and this was added to the game a couple updates prior, and ever since they did add this, I immediately switched it, and I'm absolutely never going back to the circle mini map. Every single time I jump on somebody else's account to use it to make a video, I always have to change this to the square because in my opinion this is the best mini map shape to run in Modern Warfare. So that's going to be pretty much everything that, you know, as far as the general, everything is going to be pretty much standard. Some of the stuff, you know, you don't have on console, but for PC, like I said, everything is going to be on standard. You guys can see here I'm running the full screen borderless. As for graphics, this is my display monitor. I have a Samsung gaming monitor. I have an NVIDIA GeForce 1060 6GB. I will be updating this, so this is going to be changing. Screen refresh rate still at 60 because of my monitor and my graphics card. Resolution's 100. Some of this stuff will be changing. This is going to be pretty much dependent on how strong your PC is. I don't even have that strong of a PC. My PC is about 5-6 years outdated, so all these settings are working for me. And if you guys are trying to go ahead and play Modern Warfare on PC, you guys can check out these settings to help you guys out. But like I said, this is all gonna be based on how strong your PC is. So when I do get a new PC, I will be updating the graphics part of my settings, but overall the meat and potatoes are going to be within the general as well as the controller settings. Now finally, we're going to jump over to the audio settings because obviously my name is Ears. I sound whore. I gotta get you guys right with the proper audio settings. Now I run the boost high audio setting for the mix. This is gonna allow us to hear footsteps and gunfights a lot easier. Now I have Astro A40TR headsets. Boost high is the best preset to run when you guys are actually running a headset like mine. Maybe if you have a Turtle Beach as well, you can hear footsteps a lot easier. It's gonna crank up that volume so you can kind of have a better understanding of where people are coming from, and you feel more immersed in the game. And everything is gonna be jacked up to 100. I like being able to be fully immersed in Modern Warfare. It's something I enjoy. Now the hit markers, I have the Modern Warfare ones. I like the Modern Warfare hit marker sound effects. This is going to be personal preference. Some people like to put it at classic, but I think Modern Warfare is going to be pretty much, you know, the best for me. Everything else is going to be pretty much the same. These are all my settings that I use in Modern Warfare. I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering what I'm running while my game looks the way it does, so that's what I'm running. Again, I recommend you guys running a lower sensitivity setting. 0.07 dead zone, 4 sensitivity, vertical, horizontal, 0.75, 0.75. Check it out if you guys try to improve your aim and accuracy. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys absolutely smash the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications, and above all, everybody, make sure you have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces. If you made it this far into the video, odds are you enjoy the content or you are a very loyal subscriber, and I cannot thank you guys enough for your everlasting support. If you guys are unaware, every single night at 11:45 p.m. Central Time and also every single morning at 11:15 a.m. Central Time, I am live streaming over on Twitch. On Twitch, I'm playing Modern Warfare with viewers, subscribers, anybody who wants to go ahead, interact with me, or run a couple games of Modern Warfare. You can go ahead and find my Twitch channel by searching in twitch.tv/EarsXBL in the Google search bar, or going on Twitch and typing in EarsXBL. My channel is going to be the first thing that pops up. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop me a follow. We are on the road to 8,000 followers, as well as if you guys have Twitch Prime and want to hook your boy up, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you guys do actually subscribe to the channel with Twitch Prime or actually use a tier 1 sub, make sure you guys let me know over on Twitter. My link is going to be down in the description below. Tweet me a picture and I'll make sure to follow you guys back and give you guys a personalized thank you. Appreciate all the support you guys have been showing on the videos. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I hope to see as many of you guys over on the Twitch streams as possible. With all being said, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.